So first of all, what is a pendulum? On the material level, the structure consists of a group of people united by common goals and material objects such as buildings, furniture, equipment, machinery, technology, and so on. On an energetic level, however, a structure appears when a group of people think in the same way, as a result of which the parameters of their thought energy are identical. Their thought energy finally unites into a single current. When this happens, as if in the middle of an entire ocean of energy, a separate independent energy information structure is created, which is referred to as an energy pendulum. It's group thought, groupthink. Eventually, this structure begins to live its own life and subjugate to its laws the very people who created it. So what it basically sounds like is it's generally built from individuals, and then the energy converges, and then it takes on a life of its own. Reminds me of a corporation, kind of, where people come together and the corporation is just a collection of those people, but then it's as if the corporation becomes its own identity and takes on a life of its own. That's what it feels or sounds like. The structure is referred to as a pendulum because the more people adherents that feed it with their energy, the more powerfully it sways. Every pendulum, right? Pendulum going back and forth. Every pendulum has its own characteristic beat frequency. For example, if you want to get a swing moving, you have to push it into a certain rhythm or frequency. This is called the resonant frequency. If the number of adherents decreases, the force of its swing is weakened. If it loses its adherents, the pendulum will stop moving completely and thereby cease to exist as a separate identity. Examples of defunct pendulums are ancient pagan religions, stone tools, ancient weapons, outdated trends of fashion, and vinyl records. In other words, all that once existed but now no longer functions. So they're talking about pagan religions. To me, it reminds me of political parties. It reminds me of supporting specific teams. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm a Lions fan. I mean, all the different group nations. This basically, our world is a gauntlet of pendulums, and thinking about it this way or defining it this way, you just think about that the way that this world is structured, whether it's random or by design, leading towards the latter. It seems as though that is the construct that we are living in, just constant pendulums to get involved in that group and this group and the other group, and then fight with the other groups, and causing this pendulum to sway back and forth. And if you do think about this as a maximization of energy or a galvanizing of this energy, and then you also add on the additional theory that this energy is then being harvested, it kind of makes sense that the world is set up to be like this, that the world is set up for us to gravitate, whether we're in the Democrat side or the Republican side, it doesn't matter. You're on either end of a spectrum that is galvanizing thought energy and swaying things back and forth and possibly maximizing some sort of energy extraction or harvest.